Let me know when you're ready. Oh, good. I'm really glad.
That was good.
That's good because this is the second video. So you're gonna see the beautifully polished marketing video that Jordy, the man behind the camera, is going to prepare for us. But I'm also going to give you an inside walkthrough of what we helped the seller do to make the property you're gonna see in the other video. Now, I think people have asked, hey, why don't we do something more interesting, and or let's find something in between the produced video and the videos that I do. I just walk around with my gimbal. So this is an attempt to do just that. All right, Jordy, you're gonna run into a tree. Okay, plants. All right, let's go inside. All right, so we have some time to kill because the guys are just getting everything done. But we thought, hey, why not show you what's going on? So come on. So right now, they are just cleaning off the fresh paint job of the house. You should have seen this house. If you were in Google Street View, you would see that it was this kind of yellow mid-century thing. It needed some new windows. It was kind of just sort of shabby chic, but we saw the potential and we helped the seller sort of realize it, right? The first thing you'll notice in here, we've got new tile. They're big format tile. I think they're 24 by 48 or something, but we liked that because before it was just a vinyl thing. We had a track lighting here, it's LED, and there was one power source here. Actually, there it is. So it's not a lot to work with. So in that type of solution, rather than ripping everything out, found a great solution, and it's nice and bright. The door handles, let's go this way. The door handles and the floors. So there was a second door here that really served no purpose except for when the seller had it separated out between this part and the downstairs part. So we took that out, made them integrated in, and it looked really nice. Let's go on this side. It's still a work in progress. So this is that style of Junior 5 home where you have that hump. And they have that hump because the stairs kind of works a little strangely. I guess they were maximizing efficiency and design. So that's why you have the hump and you come back down here. And this is the seller's, his part. It was his little in-law apartment. But here we had new carpet put in and a new light fixture. This is a Canadian light fixture from our friends at City Lights. And yes, who'd have thought Canada would be our mortal enemy? But from our 51st state, I seriously jest, so don't leave any weird hostile comments. But come on in. So this side, we changed out the door hardware here just so it was more contemporary. A lever instead of a knob for accessibility and also for the looks. And it's got pretty clean and it's updated modern. Let's see. Oh, come on in here. So this, let me find the light switch here, is the lower kitchen. Now, you might have seen pictures earlier on. These were sort of the dated cabinets, the oak cabinets that most people have or when you're growing up. But Emmanuel's crew does an amazing job in terms of painting them. You can see, I don't know if you can see or not, I wish you could feel, it's so velvety and smooth. They really did a great job of it. So rather than having to rip it all out, try and reface it or whatnot, they did a great job on these cabinets and it blends in well with the tile. You know, we couldn't change everything. One thing, well, let's go out here. Oh, let's see. We're doing this really backwards. Jordy's gonna kill me. So let's go out here. One attribute this home has is, if I don't knock things over, is this big yard. You're gonna see it showcased in the main video. There will be some drone footage spliced in, and you'll sort of appreciate how cool this is. Now, I didn't realize this, but the stagers realized that there are multiple seating areas here. I count 3, if not 4. Now, what you see is you've got one seating area here with a big tree. You got another one over there with the deck. Now, we had those handrails heightened and strengthened because before they just had a little lattice, just like the lattice in the fence there. And that's not very safe, especially during an open house. You don't want Junior tumbling down the side. And also, it's just good measure to have everything better and safe, right? So beyond that, let's see. There's this seating area here. There's some rosemary, it's cool. There's a garden shed, and up top, here's one trick I'll show you, is both functional and practical. Oh my gosh, and there are real Brussels sprouts now too. Or I think they're Brussels sprouts. Yeah, I think they are Brussels sprouts. So Brussels sprouts, not my favorite thing in the world, but the seller had garden. He liked to garden, and look at this, little Brussels sprouts. But this cage was just here, and it was just sort of this dull metal color, and we had them painted yellow, and it kind of stands out. We thought it was kind of a nice touch. And he swears, the seller swears, that this, or these, actually this one might be an asparagus plant. But when it's grew out, it turns into this thing, which is, I don't know what that is, but asparagus. So I didn't realize each little asparagus spear is just like that, which gives me a whole new respect for asparagus. All right, let's go inside before we shiver. But you can see, oh, by the way, before you go down, you get views up there. And the Sunnyside neighborhood is an interesting one. It was one that Mr. Juiced created, and he actually created and had this as a garden. I think he made his money in getting all the streetcars and the rails done in the city before we had Muni. And the interesting thing is that he actually had a zoo over on Congo Street. And in the zoo, he had bears and other animals. Oh, we should have went that way. Hang on, we're gonna go back up. Sorry, Doherty. We're going back up this way. Remember, it's a one shot. He's gonna be like, what are you doing? Am I paying you extra for this? Probably, but come on in. Oh, hopefully they didn't lock it. So this is the primary bedroom upstairs. And if we're lucky, he did not lock the door. We are lucky. So come on in. So this bedroom is, I think we would consider this the primary. It's pretty big. Before, when our seller said, hey, it's ready to get everything ready, there was some weird carpeting here. The light, I think, was this tiny little one that you see like at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatnot, and it was dark. The color was a strange color. These were mirrored closet door covers like the one downstairs, but they're in rough shape. But here, we kind of played off the mid-century in California modern cool, where we added this, or we suggested that he add these wood face doors. I think these are birch. Same thing over here. And we have the hardware leitmotif from downstairs continued again. And we have this nice solid door. We wanted to make sure they weren't the hollow ones, so it actually feel hefty. Come on this way. So you might remember we were downstairs and we went over the hump. If we didn't go over the hump, we would come up the stairs and we're here. This is our hallway landing. The interesting thing in this point is this architectural sound. I think there's acoustic qualities. The architectural sort of stick detail, I think, is pretty nice. Sort of paying homage to the mid-century-ness. And that's also different. There is an extra half bathroom. Now before, we didn't have the toilet change, we didn't have the tile change, but we did coordinate a color that was better with the grout. And over on this side, Jordy will come around, you'll see there's a really cool light fixture that fits just right in the area for the room. And we also were able to adjust a shorter sink because this sink actually came out a few more inches, so it's kind of practically difficult to use, but now, you know, usability, it's important, right? And this side over here, you've got the second bedroom. Same story as the other one, except for this one's slightly smaller, but you've got this nice view out to the backyard. Again, you can see the shed and all the vegetation and the rosemary and all that good stuff too. And change out the light here so it's a nice broader one where you get light both up and down, and just a little accent here too. Now let me show you the kitchen and the living room, and then I promise you we're done. So come on this way. Oh, forgot. Architectural stuff in the niche, the old telephone niche. And this one had a doorknob too, but we have switched it over to this. So you still have the closet here. Oh, that's where those went. And actually they put that upside down. So they're gonna have to fix that. And I'll show you the bathroom. Bathroom's pretty simple, except for we had simple finishes done here. A smaller vanity, you've got the toilet, big skylight above, and then here, I did like this, the new tile. So the seller got a new bathtub, a Duravit tub. Now I talk about Duravit tubs all the time. Well, here's another Duravit tub, but some really nice shower trim, polished chrome, and you've got the really cool stacked glass tile vertically, and then the complementing porcelain one going up that way too. Not bad, right? You would think. We wanted it functional, and then also, take a look. Remember downstairs in the hallway, we were stressing the sort of concrete tile, and this is sort of that theme carried up here as well. Now, if you want to see more of that, you're going to follow me to the kitchen. Closing this one first. Ah, the kitchen. So this kitchen, before, it was kind of a sorry kitchen. It was functional, it was practical. Everything's in the same place as it was before, but now just better, newer, and more contemporary. So big format floor tiles again, and then new cabinetry. You've got little pullouts here, and they're all soft close, and then you've got new countertops. Countertops go this way and it goes up, so you continue that plane, and then the under cabinet lighting as we usually do with the LED strips, and floating shelf over here where you have things going up and down, new sink, and then this refrigerator. Now, the funny thing is this refrigerator might look familiar to you. It's actually the same one that fits as that we have downstairs, except the reason why is that it's counter depth, so it's minimal in terms of coming out or protruding out from the wall. But the cabinet guys thought, hey, they're going to get a much bigger refrigerator. So actually that wasn't the case. So that's why you have this extra filler piece, but we made it more interesting where they use the same trim that you'll see around the house and just built this frame for it. Kind of cool. It was a nice solution. And one other solution that we really liked is this. This hood is just an insert, but they built a frame around it. And again, that velvety, smooth paint that Emmanuel and his crew does really looks, I think, pretty fantastic. And instead of picking a boring sort of normal gas range with a little top thing that comes up here, we suggested, and the seller thought it was a good idea, to do this slide-in range. So we've got that as well. Now, last part is this living room dining room combination. So this little countertop is new, and then the windows the seller swapped out because they were kind of sad before, and now they're brand new and nice. But this is the framing, the casing that we asked them to do, because it picks up on the themes in the kitchen and gives a little more substance without it being obtrusive, if that makes sense. And then the floors were refinished. Actually, I think the floors were carpeted, but they look really stunning. They're so soft and they're so nice. And in this light, it does look pretty magical. And last thing, speaking of lights, this fixture, the dining room fixture, pretty cool. 4 little cones, you can see it's pretty bright. And the good thing is that it just fits perfectly. So this is my walkthrough of this wonderful home over here at 338 Mangels. You'll see the other video where Jordy's gonna start working on it now, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like in a close-up detail without me holding the gimbal going this way and that way. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure you like and you subscribe. And if you want to learn more about this property, visit 338-Mangels, Mangels.com. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching this particular video.